New at 6, parking garages downtown could be hurting other areas of growth in Kansas City. That's the latest from a city audit. The audit took a deeper look into the finances used to build them. And as 41 Action News reporter Sarah Plake explains, the report claims the city's approach is counterproductive to other policies it has. How so, Sarah?
Right. Well, as a city, we're having a lot of conversations about how to improve public transit and make it easier for us to walk and bike around. But what you may not know is that certain parking garages like this one are counterintuitive to that goal, and it's a huge strain. Taxpayer money has gone toward 46 parking garages in the Kansas City downtown area since the year 2000. And from 2007 to 2018, $94 million came out of the city's general fund to support these garages. And the cost is expected to only go up. 12 of the 46 garages have city-backed debt.
We look at potholes, and we look at sidewalk conditions, and we look at lack of bicycle infrastructure and the sort of the poor state of our transit system that does a great job with the limited amount of money it has. Anytime we spend money on privately owned parking garages, we sacrifice those other opportunities.
A city audit says incentivizing those garages has resulted in unorganized management that doesn't meet the city's goals of relying less on cars to get around. The city does not have a maintenance plan for these garages and should have about $8 million in reserve funds.
We are looking forward to kind of consolidating some of the operations and maintenance, so that'll be under one umbrella of parking services. We think that'll help. Additionally, we have some budgeted funds for maintenance in the garages, which is long overdue.
Last year, $17 million came from the general fund to cover the debt payments.
KC collects about $9 to $10 million a year from the fare boxes. We could take away those fare boxes and make the bus free almost 2 times over with the amount of money that we're spending annually, and just in debt service alone for mostly privately owned parking garages.
So what is the city getting in return for leasing out parking spaces to private companies?
Our annual lease payments are $431,000, so that's across 4 different garages. And a factor that it's harder to quantify is the investments on those properties.
That's an incentive itself, because we're often leasing those well below, not only below market rate, but below any sort of rate of return for the city to actually offset their long-term maintenance obligations.
And the city says the reason why they charge less than market rate is to pull in economic development to the downtown area. I'm in the Crossroads. I'm Sarah Plake, 41 Action News.